You guys were, somebody asked a question about the window switches. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I've taken apart the switches on this Bronco back here, okay? Because this is the project Bronco, and there were several issues with it. Things not working. This switch. These switches are similar in design, the door switches. Okay, even this switch looks very complicated. I think it's got like 4 wires hooked up to it. Okay, up, down, right? And what I had to do is take these apart and clean them. Clean the contacts, clean the wire connections themselves, you know, get some contact cleaner, spray them out. They're really good switches. They're all made out of copper, you know. I was pretty impressed by that. The springs mechanisms and everything work. See it? They click like they're supposed to. I just had to clean them out. This one here, you could tell it, see, maybe they left the window open or something, but water might have got in there because one side of it was even a little green. So you never know in these trucks. Bought this used, so I got everything working without having to replace the switches. But they are a little complicated, okay? Because they are DC motors, right? DC, you got a positive and a negative. The only way to reverse that, they only spin one way. The only way to reverse those is to switch the polarities around. Same goes on the windows motors. The door actuator is basically a motor, right? So you gotta go, it's gotta go from positive, negative to negative, positive. So the switch does all that. So they're a little complicated as far as switches go, because it's got a switch in the front, it's got a switch in the back. Same on the door right here. And the door actuators, you got a door actuator on each side, right? They both have to reverse polarity if I'm sitting over there or I'm sitting over here. Same thing with these switches. You got 2 switches, front and the back. Yeah, it took me a while to figure all that out. Recently, I just got another question on the this switch back here. The guy wants to know where he can get a new one. I tell him, hey, before you do that, make sure you got power to this switch. This switch in the back here is hot at all times, because if you're out here, right, you can use the key to open up and down. So this is hot at all times. Make sure you got power to that. There's a harness connection underneath the bumper back here. Unplug that. One of those terminals should be hot. If not, you got a problem between here and there. Okay? Now the switch in the front dash is only hot when the key's on. See? So they're wired differently, but it's complicated. I had to draw a picture to keep it straight in my mind when I was troubleshooting my Bronco, because I could not figure it out. How does this thing work? I thought the same thing. Oh, I must need a new switch. But no. I had no power to the back, and it's in a wiring harness that goes from there to the front. So I checked at the fuse block, it's good. I followed the wires somewhere down where the first cross member is. It's good, but somewhere back here it loses power. So I just spliced a new wire, doubled it up, and jumpered it, and everything was good. But that took all day. I was like, okay, let's. Like I said, I drew a picture and everything, to kind of keep it straight in my head here. Well, that's how it works. So you got power here all the time. And the front switch is only hot when the key's on. So yeah, So if you take the switches apart, you need to clean the contacts. There are contacts in there. They're in two positions, so you got to clean both sides of them. I didn't show that in this video because I get into things. I ain't got time to stop and try to get that perfect shot and everything. But now I'm thinking about it. I probably should have. So that's why I'm going to show you just a little bit of what I did on there. And cleaning them, they're so small. I had to get a little piece of sandpaper, some little like wet and dry, real fine grade. Cut a little strip and put it between the two pieces and just slide it back and forth. Yeah, because they're tiny. I mean, the switch is only not that big. So that's it for today. Let's see. I wish that guy would call me for this thing. Anyway, we'll see ya. Yeah. So you just got to unclip that from the back side with something like a tiny screwdriver. And then as you can see, it's a well-made switch. It's copper. It's a rocker switch. See, rocker. Hear it clicking. It's not making contact. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. See if I don't, see if the parts don't go flying all over the place. Well, this is pretty interesting. I find this interesting. This is the inside of the switch. Look at that. Copper. It's like, wow. So the little rocker hits right here. See where the tip of the screwdriver is? Click, 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 click. Same thing on this one right here. Click, 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 click. So one's up, one's down. And the contacts, let's see, I don't know if you can see in there or not. The little contact in there. Probably dirty or something, I don't know. It's the only thing I can see in here. We'll clean those up and see what happens. Alright guys, I could not see nothing broken in here, but there are some contacts in there like open and close. At the door panel you got one hot wire. In other words, power going in and power going out. But you've got 5 connections here. See that? I was like, huh. So power goes in, but power's either got to go one of 2 different directions or reverse itself somehow for the switch to go right or left, right or left, right door, left door. Oh no, dum-dum. It's open or close. Open, close. Reverse polarity, I assume, is all this is doing. That's why it's got so many contacts on there. And this switch. So I cleaned all the contacts up. The one in the middle was really dirty. A little sandpaper, and hopefully that works because the spring mechanism and everything's working. I cleaned the inside contacts the best I could do. So that's neutral, and it goes up or open, close, open, close. We'll see.